Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric here with Iraq Veteran 8888. Today we've got another body armor test for you here, and we're going to be running some RMA Level III Plus. Now, you might recall our video that we did not too long ago where we tried the different standoff distances with some of the unrated threats, and we got some really interesting results in that test. We thought, okay, well surely if you back off the distance a bit and shoot a worse threat at the plate, maybe the plate will stop it at distance. We got some pretty surprising results with that, and we found that actually that's not the case. The armor rating for a plate, it is the armor rating, but we are going to check this test out today with our Level III Plus. Now this is the small version of this plate. It weighs about 3.9 pounds. It is a ceramic polyethylene composite, so a very strong plate, but yet very lightweight, not very thick, so a very easy plate to maneuver with. It does have the ESAPI cut and the multi-curve type of arrangement, so it is a little bit pricier of a plate because of the multi-curve. On this particular plate as well, it is NIJ certified for Level III Plus threats, which means XM193, M855, mild steel core, 7.62x39, M80 ball moving at their appropriate speeds. Now what we're going to do is do a baseline test because the velocities that are listed for those threats from those particular projectiles are at danger close distance. So we're going to go ahead and take this 18-inch SPR and we're going to get danger close to our plate, and we're going to shoot a M855 ball round. This is Lithuanian Triple G surplus, arguably some of the best military spec M855 on the market right now. But we're going to up the ante a little bit. We also have some very special ammo here. Our friend William at the Wound Channel sent us some of this M855A1, which is a much gnarlier projectile. The Level III Plus rating does not include on the NIJ certification any of the M855A1 type of threat. So we're going to shoot one of these and see if it'll stop the M855A1. If it doesn't, we're going to step back just like we did in the previous video and try to see if there's a standoff distance for this projectile. We're also going to throw a Level 4 threat out of it. We've got a Mosin set up because the PSL was giving us some accuracy issues. So we're going to shoot the same 147 grain light ball ammunition with the mild iron penetrator. It's not, I wouldn't consider this armor piercing load, but it's a Level 4 threat, so it will overcome the plate at danger close distance just like these other threats. So let's go ahead and start by testing the NIJ certification with M855. We know that if it'll stop M855 ammunition, that it'll stop the 7.62x39, the M80 ball. So there's no real need to test those threats against this plate. We're gonna throw the worst threat we have here against it and see what it can do, and then we'll kind of work our way back and we'll try to replicate the same results that we got from the previous video on the Level 3 plates. So let's give it a shot. So we're gonna use a 18-inch SPR here. This has got the BCM barrel in it. Highly recommended, a great setup. On top, we've got M855, and we're going to follow up with an M855A1. I'm going to go ahead and shoot both rounds simultaneously, back to back here. And let's observe and see what happens. All right, first M855, standard M855 on the top, and then I'm going to work my way down. A1. All right, let's have a peek. I'm not going to speculate here. We're just going to let the results speak for themselves. I don't want to risk being wrong. All right. On a side note, while we're getting this out, I do like this carrier. It's really cool. Nice slick side, real basic carrier, and this is from RMA also. Shameless plug. All right. M855 here on the top. Did not make it through. M855A1, danger close, Level 3 Plus. What happened? Did it make it through? All right, he says yes. What do you say? You're undecided? Yes or no?
No.
No. All right, I've got a no and I've got a yes.
Ooh, yeah.
Made it through. Now, bear in mind, boys and girls, this is a threat that the plate is not rated for. We knew that, but that's why we wanted to test it. That M855A1 is a pretty gnarly bullet. All right, we're gonna fire an M855A1 at 100 yards out of the same 18-inch SPR. All righty, here we go. Good hit, good solid hit. Okay, we have a pretty unique rifle here. This is a Mosin that we built using a UK 59 machine gun barrel. Very interesting rig. We got a silencer harvester on the end of this thing, 147 grain light ball ammunition. This is a substantial threat. 100 yards, we'll see. All right, here we go. I want y'all to also note the tone of this suppressor, how good it sounds on this gun. Listen carefully, boys and girls. Oh yeah, good solid hit. All right, let's have a look. See what we're working with, boys and girls. That M855A1 is a very, very interesting threat. And they're gonna have to really have a look at new NIJ certification tests. All right, so there's our M855A1 from 100, and there's our 7.62 x 54 rimmed at 100. Both substantial threats. Wow, okay, so M855A1 clean through, it stopped the 54 rimmed. However, that is a considerable amount of backface deformation. You would still have a very terrible day. That's gonna hurt. Look at that. It stopped the Mosin at 100. That is absolutely crazy. I'll tell you what, the center of this plate is relatively unscathed. Humor me, boys and girls. Just humor me. I've got my Mauser with me with some black tip ammo. I'm gonna hit it with a black tip 30-06 round right here in the center at 100. We'll see if it stops it. A couple of quick notes that we need to, housekeeping we need to make in terms of some disclaimers here. One is the barrel on this Mauser Model 66 is shorter than a Garand barrel. And then the barrel, that UK 59 barrel, is not 29 inches, it's 22 or 23 inches. So it might be a little bit less velocity. Just understand that we are asking these plates to do something that they're not certified to do, right? That's the point. We want to see a standoff distance. We want to create sort of a real world scenario, like what if you have a lower level threat plate that takes a higher threat round, maybe at distance. That's what we're trying to discern here. So, just a disclaimer. With that out of the way, black tip Alt 6 out of the Mauser Model 66. I'm going to put it right in the center of the plate. All right, I'm going to send one right down range here. Oh yeah, smackaroo, baby. That had a wallop right there. You could hear that. Quick note before we go and look, this particular black tip is around, I want to say early 50s production, so it is surplus black tip. Let's have a look. Well, this armor didn't hold up to the black tip Garand, not even close. That ammo is some pretty gnarly stuff. It punched right through the armor, through the carrier, through the dummy, out the back of this pressure treated 2x4, blowing a whole bunch of crap out the back and on down range. So needless to say, so if you compare those two threats, the light ball 147 grain Mosin ammo, which is pretty substantial. I mean, you saw it had a lot of backface deformation. So the 54 rimmed in this test is out of the running, okay? We're gonna leave the black tip in the running and the M855A1. We're gonna move this thing, we're actually gonna put a fresh plate in this carrier and move back to 200, and we're gonna shoot one round of each and see if the threat overcomes the plate at 200. Again, guys, we're asking this armor to do something that it is not designed to do, all right? A quick note, the bench that I'm using here, this is a Caldwell stable table, all right, stable shooting table. Our other one crapped the bed on us, our other bench over there that the cows picked apart. Okay, we're gonna send one in, pump that up a little bit on 8 power. Oh, it's a tiny target. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, we're in there. Yes sir, clear. All right, we're gonna throw our 30-06 black tip in here at 200 out of the Mauser. Let's have a look. right, I think we probably hit pay dirt here. Okay, interesting result. Let's have a look. All right, so we're 200 yards away. Ooh, we got some crap leaking out here. All right, there is our 30-06 black tip down there in the bottom corner. Up here is where our M855A1 went through. Did it go through? Look at the rear. Wow. Ooh, it's still hot. You can feel the heat. M855A1 did not penetrate at 200 yards. Black tip, however, it's going to do what it wants. Going through the vest, the plate, the torso, the 2x4, and carrying on through, carrying wood and everything out the back and on into the Blue Wonder back here. So we're not going to bother extending the range on the black tip. So the M855A1 is out of the running. The only thing that would be left to do would be to shoot longer distance with the black tip. I don't think it's necessary. The black tip is going to absolutely defeat this threat because it is a very nasty and gnarly threat that just about has its own armor designation. Level 4 is a thing because of that cartridge, because of those rifles. And mind you, that's also with a slightly shorter barrel. So that means that anybody with a random hunting rifle that throws that Alt-6 black tip in there, you got some pretty interesting medicine against some very gnarly threats. Interesting result. So the 3+ is a great rating. I think that if you look at the different ratings and the specs of the plate, the weight of the plate, the price of the plate, all of those sort of things, level 3+ is a really, really good option, right? Now that M855A1 is a really, really nasty threat, but at 200 yards, if you take one to the plate, you're gonna be okay. All right, we see that it's gonna stop it. And to be fair, all right, when we look at the science here, that standoff distance could be anywhere between 2 and 100 where it went through. All right, what if that standoff distance is 150, 175? We don't have time to do that today, but this is just sort of an interesting observation to know that some threats, while yes, they may penetrate at closer range, as you have the standoff distance increase, the plate might potentially stop threats that it's not rated to stop. So I'd be really interested to see an NIJ certification that involves the M855A1 and some of the other projectile designs that are out there. Look guys, it's a scary world, but we hope you enjoyed today's video. We love testing armor, we love doing this type of stuff, and I've been thoroughly impressed with the RMA offerings. They are really great people, they're very passionate about armor, and I feel like the prices are really fair, you know, and I love the fact they're all US made, they're a veteran owned and operated company, and I really dig what they got going on. And again, a full disclaimer, we're asking this plate today to do something it's not designed to do, just like we did in the previous video. We do have some very, very lightweight level 3A plates that are extremely small. They're like really thin and extremely light. And we're gonna be testing those with some really nasty handgun threats in a future video. We hope you'll stay tuned for that. Have a great day. Many more videos on the way. We appreciate you watching. We hope you learned something today. I learned something. Hey, if a day that goes by that you learn something is a great day. Have yourselves a great day, great week, great weekend. We have many more on the way. Big thank you to all of our Patreon supporters. And also go over to Ballistic Ink, pick yourself up a snazzy new t-shirt, and that's a way that you can absolutely support us directly if you wish to do so. Have yourselves a good one, and we will see you next time. Many more on the way.